Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole, and welcome to another batch of Kbeauty sunscreen reviews, with a little bit of a twist. As always, timestamps and links are in the description box below if you want to see what sunscreens we're going to be talking about today, if you want to jump around a bit. But, unlike all of the other videos I will be doing in this series, these are all available in one place. In one single box. Yes, this is the latest Stylevana Vana box. They kindly sent this over for me to review, and it launches today. They do sometimes sell out. I've had my videos go live and the box has been completely sold out. I did not want that situation to happen again, so I've been working hard to get this video up on time. You know, every time I hear or think about the phrase working hard, there's this conglomerate voice of all my former bosses in the back of my mind going, are you working hard or are you hardly working? As such, at the time I'm filming this, I don't yet know the prices, but I will by the time this goes live, so I'll have that information in the description box below. As always, if you would like to get a discount on your Stylevana order, you can use my discount affiliate code. Get a discount for you, help support the channel. You all are about to see just how well curated this box is. I think it's a great choice for anybody who is new to Kbeauty. If you've never tried Korean sunscreen before, oh, this is a great place to start. If you have tried a lot of Kbeauty, this has a lot of great Kbeauty products in it. But I do really quickly want to give some shopping tips on the Stylevana website. I have a whole video about this if you would like to go a little bit deeper into the topic. But I will say this for now. These will be in stock at the time I'm uploading this video because I'm timely this time. I do think your order will ship out fastest if you only have this box in your cart, but if you do want to shop for any additional products, make sure to double check that they say in stock, or it can be a while with the shipping process. And I think that's enough housekeeping. Are you ready to get into the sunscreens in today's video? We are starting so strong in today's video with the Skin 1004 Water-Fit-Cica SPF 50 Plus PA4 Plus sunscreen. This sunscreen hit the market and it just became so popular, and for such good reason. This is such a good example of a Kbeauty sunscreen. It is cosmetically elegant, it feels lightweight on your skin, it doesn't leave a white cast through the day, it feels so comfortable. The sunscreen filters that form the base of this sunscreen can get a little bit repetitive in Kbeauty. I'm just going to tell you like it is. You will see this exact combination of these filters a lot. But I do think that Skin 1004's is still a different sunscreen in that it does feel lighter. Now, the whole name of it, Water-Fit, is supposed to imply that it feels like applying water to your face, and it does, and this also means that it is not quite as dewy as a lot of similar sunscreens. It's fully fragrance-free, it is non-irritating, it is also really fast to apply. I think those same characteristics that I was just talking about are what make it a little bit faster in comparison to some of the other Kbeauty options. This sunscreen does use the filter Tinosorb M, which if you're not familiar with it, it's kind of behaves a bit more like a hybrid between a mineral and chemical filter. And so it does initially have a white cast on my skin when I apply it, but you see that it blends out, it just buffs into my skin with no problem. I'm not entirely certain that works for every skin tone. We have some Tinosorb M free options in this video, rest assured. And of course it also features ingredients like Centella asiatica and hyaluronic acid. I am trying to fly through this one because I feel like you all have probably heard a lot about this particular sunscreen, again for good reason, but you've probably heard a lot about it. So I'll just go ahead and pop my review up on the screen. I think this one is worth the hype. I absolutely do. It is an A+ sunscreen. I don't know if it is still my absolute favorite, but it's a solid A+ regardless. I do want to make sure I spend a little more time on our second sunscreen, which is the Haruharu Wonder Black Rice Moisture Airy-Fit Daily Sunscreen SPF 50 PA4+. Because this is a newer release, first of all, and also I did initially try this and I was a little more iffy before I figured it out. Now I figured it out. This one is actually quite different. We have that Mexoryl SX ingredient, we have Parsol SLX, we have Tinosorb S instead of Tinosorb M. Again, it's a fully fragrance-free, fully alcohol-free formula with some ceramide and of course black rice ingredients. But as such, it does come together to actually feel very different from the Skin 1004. And again, from most Kbeauty sunscreens. This is very fast to apply. It has no white cast in the application. It just kind of disappears into your skin. However, when I first tried this, I was kind of shocked by how tacky it felt on my skin. We are talking sticky. We're actually talking sticky. And I was so perplexed because I knew Haruharu Wonder had said that this was made for oily skin types. I feel like, why would a sunscreen be limited to just dry or oily skin types? So I bought it, and I was over here going, this tacky sensation, isn't this something that oily skin types would especially hate? But I am happy to report I have figured it. I have figured this one out. You know how I'm trying Torridon? I put on their lightweight dive-in moisturizer. I put this one on top. And lo and behold, my skin felt tacky, but it disappeared in about 5-10 minutes. And it was not as tacky as before. So I think what's going on here is this will probably feel tacky if you put it on over a cream, one of these moisturizers that is made for dry skin type. And that has me wondering if that's why they are saying it's for oily skin types, less because this is limited only to oily skin types, but rather it turns out it makes a difference what moisturizer you chose for the day. That's interesting, right? Very, very interesting. I really thought this was so sticky initially. Now I figured it out. Now I will say one more thing. In filming my little clips, I happened to notice that because this sinks in so fast, I'm not actually sure I really covered my face, at least as well as I do with the other sunscreens in this video. So going forward, I might either try to work in parts of my face or just really pile this up because, again, it absorbs so quickly into your skin. So make sure you're using enough of this. I'm just saying this because in editing that clip, I was wondering, I thought I applied enough, but now watching myself apply it, did I really? So anyway, this one has some quirks to it, but I can absolutely see why oily skin types, in particular because of the moisturizer choice, would love this. It's different, no white cast, does not stay tacky when paired with the right moisturizer. So I will amend my rating. I will give this an A+, and I too will note that it's for oily skin, but you know why? Because of the moisturizers that oily skin types use versus the moisturizers that dry skin types use. Let's move on to my second biggest surprise in the box, and that is this Jumiso Awesome Airy-Fit Daily Moisturizer with sunscreen, SPF 50+, PA4+. A few things to say here. First of all, I feel like I'm becoming a bit of a Jumiso fangirl. First it was the snail and peptide essence, now I really like this. Oh, if you have dry skin, you are probably really gonna like this as well because yes, this is a moisturizer first, but it is a sunscreen as well. I just made a reel about this. Some of you may have seen it over on Instagram. There's a very frustrating myth that persists to this day that a moisturizer with sunscreen doesn't give you the protection that is labeled on the packaging, but it does because SPF is measured in the same way regardless of the product you're talking about. I guess that where this myth comes from is that a lot of people don't apply a lot of moisturizer. They just kind of apply, you know, a teeny tiny amount and spread it across their face. But you all know you can't apply sunscreen in that way. So in the clip I'm about to show you, you will see me using a full 2 fingers amount of this product. In this clip, I applied it a little differently from the way I typically do apply my sunscreens, which is I like to do 1 finger, apply that, come in with the 2nd finger, apply that. This is all at once instead, so it kind of looks a bit heavy, but as you see, It sinks into my skin, it feels very comfortable, it feels very moisturizing, and it looks and feels great. Now, in terms of the ingredients, like I was saying with the Skin 1004, this is the exact same list of filters, so it's really just a variant on that same Colmar theme, but I do like it. It's a fragrance-free formula, again, alcohol-free as well. It has the shortest ingredients list, as a bit of a side note for those of you that have allergies like I do and kind of appreciate the short ingredients lists. So, in the end, we are at 3 for 3 of A+ sunscreens in this box. Now again, they're all a little different, but they are all solid choices. As you see though, I did note on this one, just make sure you apply enough. And you know, maybe spread the word that moisturizer with sunscreen in it can give you the same amount of protection if you use enough. We are moving on to my biggest surprise in this box, this sunscreen right here from Some by Me. This is called the V10 Hyal Hydra Capsule Sunscreen SPF 50 PA4+. I am just going to go ahead and start this part with showing you the application, complete with my first impression faces. It was such a wild first impression. I almost feel bad telling you about it in advance so you can't experience this, but nonetheless, there's some things you should know. I just could not believe how gel-like this product was and also how fast it was to apply. We are talking about probably the fastest sunscreen to apply that I have ever tried. It was just this gorgeous finish on my skin, this in-between matte and dewy, wore beautifully on my skin. Now, nonetheless, I do think there's some things you should know about this sunscreen. Unlike all of the other sunscreens in this box, this one is not fragrance-free, and it is not alcohol-free. Now, I know that this will be a hard no for some amount of people. At the same time, I think that fragrance and alcohol in sunscreens in particular, they can have a place. I am not the person to make this judgment call for you. Not twisting your arm into trying it, not twisting your arm into not trying it, just letting you know this. And it does, of course, have a bit of a citrus smell as a result of the fragrance. There's a few ingredients included towards the end. I'm not entirely sure why they have retinol and ascorbic acid at the end of the ingredients list. But nonetheless, I don't use sunscreen to, get the ingredients that I get in my serum step. I use it to protect myself from the sun, and I have to say, as a cosmetically elegant sunscreen option, I yet again have to give this an A+. Now again, I know it won't be for everybody, but here's my plea. If you do decide to get this box and you are not interested in a product with alcohol and fragrance, please give this to someone else. It is so nice to use. These are the kinds of products that could get the people who are still bad about applying sunscreen in 2023. This could actually get them to apply sunscreen. And I think that is the trade-off with ingredients like both alcohol and fragrance. I do think that if it helps somebody to use sunscreen who otherwise wouldn't, and they do serve a purpose, making the sunscreen more elegant on your skin, making it smell more appealing. They do serve a purpose, even if it will make for a product that not everybody chooses to use. The fifth and final sunscreen is from Mary & May. This is called their Vegan Blackberry Complex Multi-Sun Balm SPF 50+, PA4+. I have to admit to you, I really thought when I went to open this that I was going to pull out a stick like this and not a stick like this. It was very surprising for me. I will go ahead and show you the application of this product as a sun stick over my makeup, but I will give you a heads up. This is the only one where I have to speed up the clip because, I don't know, maybe as some of you can already guess from seeing the size of it, this one kind of took me a while to apply. I did have to keep twisting up as I kept running out of product in a single sitting application. So I was a bit perplexed after applying it. I did like how it felt. It initially looked kind of shiny on my skin, but it did settle in, not unlike the Haruharu Wonder. So I did like it, but I was perplexed at why this company chose this shape and size for a sun stick. So I was poking around their gallery, and I think I might have figured this one out too. In their gallery, they show applying this to the eye area around your mouth as a balm product. And years ago, I used to have a balm product that I absolutely loved. I don't know if they make it anymore, but it was by Honest Beauty. It was in this little clear case, and I just kind of took that everywhere with me. So I would pull this out, just kind of dab some in, dab it all around my eyes, and it would instantly make my skin look a bit more smooth. On top of makeup, didn't matter. It still worked really well. My guess is that might actually be the intention of this product more so than a full sun stick. Obviously, you can use it as a full sun stick, and I probably will at this point, but because I did have that experience with that product, apparently this is an option from Mary & May, wherein you get that and you get a little bit of additional sun protection. And this could explain why the ingredients list contains jojoba oil, as well as blackberry, the lotus extract, which I think I forgot to highlight, bisabolol, anti-aging ingredients. Yeah, I think that's kind of the point of this product, but for me, it's going to be a sun stick with where I am in my skin, so I have chosen to rate it as a sun stick, which does mean this is the only sunscreen that I have to give an A- just because using this all over your face, it's a little slow. I like it, it wears nicely, it didn't disturb my makeup, but it's just a little slow. Before I move on from this, I do want to say I have not been wearing high coverage foundation lately. I've been wearing quite a variety of skin tints. Can I show you that one yet? I hope so. Quite a variety of skin tints, but light coverage, so I can't attest to this over heavy foundation, but it was fine over light coverage. And that brings me to one final product in this box. This is very different, not quite a sunscreen, but still a sun protective product. Anyway, it's this from Heimish. They're sun patches. Listen, I went into this as a big skeptic. What they claim with this is that it's an under eye patch. Okay, so it's got your ingredients list for an under eye patch. It doesn't contain any sunscreen filters. Instead, it's the material itself that the patch is made of that is made from UV protection certified fabric. They say it blocks 91.7% of UVA and 94.6% of UVB. My deal was I just wasn't sure how these would work. I went into these as a skeptic, but it turns out I actually really like these. They're kind of implying that this is meant for sports, and as somebody who is a fan of hiking, I do like hiking, this is absolutely something that I would use while hiking, 100%. And this actually opens up a possibility for me to wear some prescription sunglasses I've had for years and I've never worn. The problem with these sunglasses is that they're just too small. I'm glad the big sunglasses are back on trend because, you know, sunglasses don't just protect your eyes, they help to protect the area around your eyes. Always put your sunscreen on as well, but they help to protect that very sensitive, delicate area. But not when they're teeny tiny, you know, that's... But listen, these patches paired with my sunglasses and with my hats, I am going to be so good as gold hiking. I absolutely did not expect this. Now again, let me emphasize, I do think you should put your sunscreen on first, always, and then put these on over that. But yeah, I like them. They're sticky and they stay. But my friends, that's it for this Stylevana Vana box. What do you think? I think it's such an amazing assortment. I think that no matter your skin type, you will probably find some favorites and you will probably get use from everything in the box. And that's what I really appreciate. There's nothing in here where I feel it's only for dry skin or only for oily skin. There's differences, yes, but I think you can use all of these. And my friends, that brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you all next time.